Peep the Trump wants you to like and subscribe, or he will build a wall around your house. Pulled up the carpets after buying a new house. My friend's 9-year-old wrote this poem for school and her parents were called in to talk about it because it upset everyone. Car crash. It's Matt's birthday. Haley, Matt and Jem. Swoosh speeding down the highway. Jem at the wheel sliding side to side. Swerve to miss the stupid penguin. Car flips onto side. Silence for a second. Holling Matt as his leg snaps on window. Blood spitting everywhere. Jem and Haley fly through the air. Jem hangs from power line. Haley's leg stuck up a tree. Sneaky snake bites dangling foot. They wake to strange sounds of people yelling in pain. Cursed deer. I was hunting with my grandfather for my 19th birthday about a year ago, and we both watched a deer slam its head into a rock until its antlers and skull were shattered. Once its brains were everywhere, it tried to click them up and looked like it couldn't even use its jaw or tongue right. So it just stood upright like a ducking human and just walked into the river and died. We left immediately and my granddad was ducking terrified. I haven't been near woods since, and he moved to Florida with my grandmother for safety reasons. This power line happened to be laid straight through the skull of an Anglo-Saxon woman buried in a previously undiscovered 6th century graveyard. I never thought of this. Think about it. Instead of aliens coming to us or us discovering them, imagine it was more humans. The scariest thing we could discover now would be humans on another planet. We are psychologically prepared for aliens, but what if we found humans instead? Random burn marks have started appearing on my bed. Anyone know what could cause this? Brazil man known as Diabeo, Big Devil, famous for doing numerous surgeries to look like the devil, celebrates the end of mask mandate by completely removing his ears. Wind turbine after being hit by a tornado in Texas. In case you weren't freaked out already. In 1974, artist Marina Abramovic performed Rhythm Zero, an art piece that involved her sitting motionless with 72 items on a table for an audience to use on her however they liked. She was bruised, cut, pricked with thorns, and it ended as an audience member attempted to shoot her. Very tiny creature I felt crawling on me. Another one of my masks, and this time without skulls. Why is there a license plate hidden in my hotel bed? After being diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, artist William U. Termerlin decided to create a self-portrait each year until he was no longer able to draw. Are 1,000 black like worms at my doorstep? Anyone know what they are? A cinema holding a Cage Fest for Nick Cage films back to back. You get a mask upon entry. The Oregon wildfire last year. This is a dam drain located in Águas Vermelhas, Brazil. Children jump over the safety fence to swim. The backstory of this man and his terrifying fate. Bill Hader was unaware that Bill Skarsgård can actually move his eyes in 2 different directions. Hader asked Skarsgård what kind of editing was done to achieve the effect in the first movie. Skarsgård, in full costume and makeup, responded by saying, "Oh, you mean this?" and doing it, causing Hader to freak out. Vintage porcelain, covered with hand-painted ants. Crick near where I live. Hell coming out of the ground. A collapsed iris. I suspected I had a rat in my house for months, but never saw it till last night. It looked about a foot long. This morning I realized the rat has been eating my mass gainer for who knows how long. The aftermath of a therapeutic acupuncture mat. It was not therapeutic. This is what I have to deal with every morning while going to the bathroom. So I'm sitting here on my grandma's couch and just a dog standing up. Blanche Monnier, a French woman noted for her beauty who wanted to marry an older lawyer. Her mother and brother disapproved of him, so they locked her in a small dark attic for 26 years. The photo on the left was taken in the 1870s and the one on the right was taken in 1901 when she was discovered. Simon Cowell after years of Botox. Before. After. Chairs made for kids in local McDonald's look like they wanna kidnap the children. I tried to make a pie. I ended up with cram against God. Cow peep throwing festival. Thunderstorm at high altitude. CIA revealed a heart attack gun in 1975. A battery-operated gun which fired a dart of frozen water and shellfish toxin. Once inside the body it would melt, leaving only a small red mark on the victim where it entered. The official cause of death would always be a heart attack. What would you rather deal with, a wet sloth or a wet koala? Don't worry, the legs are from the chicks hiding under the feathers. Picture of a claustrophobic patient getting up mid-MRI scan due to panic attack. I duck everything I kill. I kill everything I duck. Every comedian in this photo has died this year, and in the order in the photo left to right. RIP to these absolute legends. Human-sized bat. 19th century leeches. Box for carrying leeches. 19th century. Let's bring this back. Pulling out 2 leeches in the subway and putting them in my ears like AirPods. Spanish festivities for Easter. Saw a post earlier. Many were not seeing the face. This man in bed is a cake. Sign at work. Mops and buckets. Red handle mop is for mopping up blood only. Mop bucket has bleach and water. Grey handle mop is for mopping up water and cleaning floor. Mop bucket has water only. This birthday card. Hi, I'm your birthday card. Hope you have a great day. Ag. My face. You ripped off my face. You lunatic. What's wrong with you? Oh god. It hurts. It hurts real bad. House for rent. 5 minutes from the beach. 8 seconds if you fall. The last words of German serial killer Peter Kürten before he was guillotined in 1931. The last words of serial killer Peter Kürten were, "Tell me, after my head is chopped off, will I still be able to hear, at least for a moment, the sound of my own blood gushing from the stump of my neck? That would be the pleasure to end all pleasures." The sun settling building I saw in downtown Houston. My mushroom grow kit looks like a tick portal to hell. Organic. Mushroom grow kit. This tomato make me feel that I'm the one who gonna be eat. Medical dummies. One missed call on an IED right after it was disarmed. Finland farmers have been spraying their deer with reflective paint in order to reduce road accidents. This panther's eyes. I found this still photo on my doorbell camera. This is from the 9th of December at 22:18. At 22:16, I can be seen on the camera walking back to my house, unlocking the door. This is 2 whole minutes after I'm already inside. Plus, I look nothing like this. What the hell is this? I reassemble him. SpaceX has robot dogs patrolling their rocket factory now. I recently learned that volcano snails exist. Their shells are made of iron, and they live around hydrothermal vents that can reach up to 750 degrees Fahrenheit. Has scales. Lives around extreme heat. Protected by iron. That's a dragon. Attention. If you become lost or confused in the corn maze, stay calm. Don't panic. Help is on the way. Every Thursday morning we send a rescue team into the maze to bring out everyone left from the previous weekend. They are highly trained and can usually locate over 2/3 of those left behind. The Ronald McDonald statue in front of the McDonald's in my town. Foreign student hospitalized in China gets note from nurse who doesn't speak English. Tonight 2200 hours after. No. Tomorrow morning 8 o'clock. Mutation on mushroom looks like a sandworm. A praying mantis nest hatched by the front door. Madame Violet, Queen of the Edinburgh Vampire Hive. She was voted scariest woman alive in the UK in 1882 and 1884. Me and my friend got fortunes with a harrowing warning. Someone will visit you soon. Enjoy yourself while you can. Japanese troops using live Indian POWs for target practice. Personally scared of heights. Makes my stomach turn. I'll take your creepy tree-lined roads over this any day. 10 o'clock at night on the prairies, Canada. No moon, no traffic, and nothing to catch the high beams on an open highway. It's just empty blackness, and will always give me the heebie-jeebies. Kirby without shoes. An iris growing over pupil. Original design for Voldemort. Happy Easter. 18,000 people live in this apartment building in St. Petersburg. As palm trees develop human-like eyes when they shed their branches, the natural world never ceases to amaze me. The original Chuck E. Cheese definitely looks like he'd tell a child to go duck themselves while ashing his cigar on their pizza. 2 photos of the Arctic taken 100 years apart showing the dramatic change in the continent's ice cover. Ants' faces under an electron microscope. What a owl caught in the rain looks like. The Grinch if he was real. Happy Easter, everyone. Warning sign. Deja vu area. This is your first time here. If this platform feels familiar, immediately alert an MTA employee. If you see something, say something. Ancestors mummified by smoke in Papua, an ongoing practice. Skull of a man fatally wounded by an axe, Germany 8th or 9th century. 4 men gang raped, killed and ate a protected monitor lizard. I have never seen a crime like this. The original stand-in model they used on the set of the first Sonic movie before redesign. Creepy pomegranate. Mario without his eyebrows and mustache. I can't stop looking at the underwater cliff these 2 boats are floating over. Robert McGee, the man who survived being scalped. Driving home from work tonight and spotted this. Took everything in me not to open it. Michael Myers' reflection in my cabin. The braking wheel was a brutal medieval culture and section device. It would drag out the victim's agony by breaking their bones before they died. This is the skeleton of one person who died on a braking wheel. This construction worker is risking his life. Harried Cole, The woman who willed her body to her doctor. He ended up extracting her entire nervous system to put on display at Drexel University College of Medicine. A pie from the oven window. An X-ray of a pregnant dog. A bowling ball with its brain exposed I found in the woods. Last dinner of this to grandma. The Old Gentleman of Rahi, the oldest surviving diving suit in the world, used in the 1700s. Coughed up by a 36-year-old patient. I'd be beyond terrified. Mannequin with a face. Doll to teach kids how to tie shoelaces, from 1900. Indian boarding school. Indian training school. Is this what I think it is? The Sacrifice. By me. 2021. I'm uncomfortable. The road I had to take to go to the chalet I rented. Looking for examples of CT scans and accidentally came across this nightmare fuel. Nikola Tesla sitting in his lab with his magnifying transmitter. I wanna do bad things to you. Oh really, like what? Break your ducking neck. Hello toothy thing. There is a disease called Stone Man's disease, fibrodysplasia ossificans progressiva, that turns the muscles into bone. The sufferers usually live to about 20. Mickey is odd. This sign asking people to wear a mask. It's on the wall outside a classroom. Saw it on the news this evening. A mask. Do you really think your pathetic weapons can defeat my telekinetic force field? Gaston. Zombie cat after getting some of his teeth removed at the vet. Bubba didn't die for this. What are you doing to my eye? The shrimp industry removes the eyes of females to make them breed faster. The industry calls it eye stalk ablation. This cat behind the TV. Just a reminder that Furbies have forward-facing eyes, a key indicator of being a predatory creature. Gingerbread Man disaster, not one of my best. Didn't know you were in Pompeii. My son was so excited to get this SpongeBob popsicle until he opened it. But you in danger. So, I saw this doll at an antique store a few months ago. I kept thinking about this doll, seeing its face in my head. I decided it was time to bring it home today. This picture in my doctor's waiting room. This message etched on a slide in a playground. Kids, cherish your childhood growing up snacks. Bald eagle size versus grey wolf, caught on trail cam. Women returns home to discover mutant potato has taken over her flat. Alligators in a Florida river at night. In Alaska, wood frogs freeze for 7 months and then thaw out, hop away. Grim Reaper disguised as a doggo. I was looking for a new guard dog, maybe a Doberman, German Shepherd, Rottweiler, or a Pit Bull. Then I found this border collie, and he scared the living shit out of people. In 1999, a resident of Sarasota, Florida sent these photographs along with a letter to Sarasota Animal Control complaining this creature was stealing apples her backyard at night. Locally it is known as a skunk ape due to a terrible odor said to accompany the creature. Just found this 40-plus-year-old photo that doesn't really fit in with the other photos of grandma's friends. This warning for those working around grain. It takes only 2 to 3 seconds to become helpless in flowing grain. Crusted grain surface. Void. Do not allow yourself to be trapped in the voids. Fake or not, you decide, but in my opinion that's way too specific to not have happened. At age 5 my son drew a portrait of our family of 4 with 2 tiny upside down people. A year later I gave birth to twins. Flying death. The first poisonous bird to be recorded is the hooded patahu, with its feathers, skin and tissues having a dangerous neurotoxin called batrachotoxin. In high enough doses, such toxins can lead to paralysis and death. The only other animal known to have the same poison is a dart frog. Room in my girlfriend's house she's never been in. Doing electrical work in this house that was built in the 1800s, and there's a prison cell under the basement stairs. This is what I have to deal with every morning while going to the bathroom. Infested spider tent. Baby bell cheese. The unblinking red eye of a demon god. A cheese so powerful they cage it twice in wax and then catch it in a net. Murder me. It screams. Peel off my skin and eat me. Baby hell cheese. Tried to get a cute pic of my husband and daughter while stuck in a parking lot during a severe thunderstorm. A vulture bee harvests blood instead of nectar and produces meat honey. This chapel in the middle of a dark swamp. Found this one night while closing. Happened shortly after the premiere of it. I took another aisle